At the end of May, the Dutch rapper Typhoon was stopped and searched by the police because the type of car he was driving did not match his appearance. Typhoon consequently accused the police of only stopping him because of his skin color. The last weeks we have witnessed a heated debate on whether ethnic profiling is effective and legitimate in looking for suspects. Today I'm interviewing Cohen, the founder and president of SDR Academy. SDR Academy provides trainings in behavioral profiling. Ran, welcome. Could you please tell us something more about yourself and about the work you do for SDR Academy?
I'm in the region of security since 1984. I served in the Israeli army, in the Israeli police and undercover unit, and 95 I joined the Israeli security services, and I was in diplomatic security in India, Mexico, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Bahamas. In 99 I resigned and started the initiatives and private work globally. Until now I worked over 30 countries, and mostly with the government and big organizations. And since 2007 I'm active here in the Netherlands. So referring to Typhoon incident, there's nothing new in the Typhoon incidents. It's just because it's celebrity, it became and make a little bit more noise. But I want to refer into the reasons behind that. And what we are trying to do in the last 9 years is bring tools, knowledge and understanding to the manpower, not only law enforcement, but to the manpower that are doing their job out of the any position that they have in the government, to understand their behavior, the impact of their behavior, and we try to give them other tools, alternative to choose from. So. And the police is doing a hard work day by day. I've been a police officer, I know this. And I think the understanding of police and the citizen, and citizen understanding the police is a little bit neglected. And this is what we're trying to bring. So because we train the citizens and we train law enforcement. We used to work with Police Academy in 2007 until 2009. We showed them what we do, we did some pilots. And our approach is knowledge. And the knowledge of behavior profiling is actually putting aside ethnicity, race, religion, and it's just the one-on-one relationship in judgments and bias, that you know that you are a human being. And if we admit that we are human beings and we carry judgments and bias from home, from history, from the TV, from news, from our personal experience, and we need to accept this. When you deny bias and judgments, you already starting the mistake that you will do tomorrow or the next day. So by admitting bias and judgments are part of human character, and if you admit that, you can start. So you can have a thought or belief on someone that is different than you. You do not practice this while you wear your uniform or your position when you work. So if you understand this, that's a good start. So and that's why we took it to behavior profiling and taking it away from negating ethnic profiling.
Erik Akerboom, the head of the Dutch police, stated that he wants to train his people in negating ethnic profiling. Do you believe it's possible to train this?
The experience that we are bringing to the classroom, there is respect. We are coming and from law enforcement. We understand the men and women on the ground level, and we want them to understand that the alternative to fight subcultures in any organizations and to voluntarily recruit themselves to a new set of tools. So in SDR we have the build-up of SDR is that in most of the occasions, the race and color, tone of skin means nothing. And if we bring you enough indicators of behavior profiling, of illicit activities, signs that will show you that there is a start of a crime in progress, then the tone of skin means nothing, because you will have enough indicators to proceed and process your actions.
So you negate ethnic profiling and you focus on behavior.
Yes, that's what we do exactly.
One of these statements is that ethnic profiling cannot be eradicated because some ethnic groups are more represented in the crime records than other ethnic groups in society. Do you agree with this statement? And do you think we can fight crime and terrorism without ethnic profiling?
The Israeli method is based on ethnic profiling. In Israel, it's legal to do ethnic profiling. When I came to Europe, I convert the Israeli system into European standard, into the Dutch boundaries of law and ethical. But I do believe that it's better. I do believe that it's working. We have thousands and thousands of people that we trained for their satisfaction, and we close the gap in between the management, the policymakers, and the personnel on the street level, just by understanding that there is alternative. There's other tools to create that, and ethnicity could be relevant. When you're looking for a neo-Nazi group, it's relevant. When you're looking for a Mexican or Colombian team that deals with drugs, then the ethnicity is relevant, but very specific. On the street level, on day-by-day work, we can park the ethnicity on the side and give enough tools to prevent crime and terrorism.
Amnesty International has stated that the SDR method negates ethnic profiling. Could you elaborate on this?
The challenge in that is the way we see the future, and we need to design a future for the law enforcement and the public, and how we see the Netherlands and Europe in 10 years from now, is to create a mechanism that will work. And we invited Amnesty International to the training at Schiphol Plaza, at Schiphol Airport, when we trained the Marseillais in 2009. So representative from Amnesty International and Justice Initiative came to the classroom, sat and did the course with us. And that was very important for us, because if you can pass in the beginning, if we can untie the knot that everybody is dealing with, so we can create a situation that it's a workable, acceptable, and you do your legal and ethical part without affecting any human rights. And that's how we see that. So in the buildup of SDR, in the DNA of SDR, we negate ethnic profiling, not even only because of the human rights or the ethical side, because we can bring better results. So the combination of operational, ethical, and legal, and satisfaction of the users, that's the results of SDR.
Do you think that ethnic profiling is a structural problem, or are these just incidents that we are currently seeing?
I believe that human nature is human nature. I've been scrutinized in Mexico because I'm Jewish. I've been scrutinized in Nigeria because I'm white. I've been scrutinized in other places because of my tone of skin. It's human nature. We always coming with bias and judgments of people that are different than us. And we need to accept human nature. We need to convert this into working tools and understanding of the impact. If people understand that the first thought it's acceptable because we are human, then we do what we call the second thought management. Then you bring the stopper and you say, okay, even though I think that and my bias and judgment over this person is such, I can control this because I'm professional. I wear a uniform or I'm representing an organization, and my second thought will stop my behavior and my impact, and that's how we negate ethnic profiling.
What makes SDR different than other trainings and methods?
SDR's got a language. We don't look for suspects. The buildup of most of activities globally are suspect in crime. And when you are coming with your experience, and when we use the term suspect, you already channeled and brained into something that you know how it will look like. And that's part of the process. And that's part of the big change that we want to make, that when you use or utilize the word suspect, you already channeled the working personnel into people or cultures that they think that they know already. And we try to leave it on abnormalities, on detecting suspicious signs and not suspects. And when you do that, That means that you give fair start to every person on the street.
How can you detect abnormal behavior and not focus on suspects?
So as I said, we have a communication code. We have a language that we teach that a multidisciplinary organization can share and talk. We have the bar of normality. So we're setting the bar of normality in every environment every day, and it's calibrated. And then when you have a fresh start, when you have your zero ground in every environment, you have the right indicators to the right people and right activities, that ethnicity is really last in the list. It's not significant. And when you have 2 or 3 indicators on behavior profiling, then you have a successful approach, because the first time that you approach a person, you come already with knowledge and indicators that are valid, are legal, are ethical, and even acceptable by the other side. They will accept the indicators when they are really valid.
Can you tell us more about this bar of normality?
In the bar of normality, we have 6 ingredients. We are measuring culture, communication, body language, time, space, and duration. When you take these 6 items, you are able to define level of tolerance in each and every one of them. And if you have someone sitting in a train station extended the time that is normal, then you have an indicator of duration. If somebody is in a place of 2 p.m. or 2 a.m., you can say that at 2 a.m. this behavior is not normal, and you have an indicator. And that's how we have over 100 indicators that are valid, and that's what we train the manpower.
Can you tell us something more about how the concept of SDR evolved?
In my background, I came from the pure security, counterterrorism, and intelligence. I was a curious cadet all my life. I've been in 3 academies, governmental academies, and I was looking for a solution of prevention. And for me, prevention is early detection. For prevention, for this you need preparedness, you need knowledge. And I took the time of 2 years to write the methods and a book, and just designing the right product that will be acceptable by the manpower and by policymakers and management. So to create awareness that people are able to see better, because our focus is our intentions. If we are able to define and to detect intentions, we will be able to make obvious or recognize better malicious intentions. And then the SDR is kicking in, because not all of the intentions are negative. We can train retail on who's going to be the buyer or not, because there is intentions. So the intention is part of human behavior every day. And when we are controlling or recognizing the intentions, we can detect malicious intentions. And that's what we start. So we are looking for behavior profiling and malicious intentions. That means, once again, means nothing about racial or ethnic profiling, or any ethnicity or religion is really not part of the measurements.
Do you believe that technology could be of help in negating ethnic profiling? And does the SDR method incorporate technology?
Our approach about technologies existing in future, that we want to bring synergy with tools and technologies that are being used, but we are missing dependency. And we are presenting the human factor. We are taking the chore to shine out on the human factor and the responsibility of the human factor. That's what we do. But we know how to build relationship. What we are missing in the last 25 years, that there's a lot of investment on the technology, and the world is going into the technology, and we still want to be the beacon of the human factor. We want to create human sensors. So the human sensors are there, are being paid, they are everywhere, and we want to take the part of utilizing the human sensor with the right knowledge, with the right tools, and then combine these with technologies and whatever tools that the organization is using for the benefits of prevention, because there is no existing technology or software to detect intentions. Only human beings are able to detect intentions, And if you go on a sensor or a sniffer, it will show you only the means of action. It can show you that there's no weapon or there's no metal, but nobody's recognizing the intentions. And we want to put this part of the puzzle on the intentions and the human beings making an eye contact and creating a full circle of technology, the human factor, and a recognizing of malicious intentions.
I read on the website of SDR that you also incorporate the hospitality approach in your trainings. Could you tell us something more about this hospitality approach?
Hospitality approach, or as we call it, smart eyes with a smile. And we think that in every organization you need to utilize hospitality approach. And even if you're law enforcement, you can be with the energy of hospitality, because everybody's a client. All the citizens that pay taxes are your clients. And we want this energy. When you start with this energy and you come with hospitality and with the culture of hospitality, you're already preventing a lot of incidents. You don't ignite the aggression. So you come with respect, and that's how you make a change, because you recruit yourself into hospitality approach. So there's no aggressivity in the tone of skin, tone of voice, in intonation, and that's so you come soft. When you come soft, you get a soft reaction in the beginning. If you come hard, you can ignite aggression that it's not necessary for the day by day.
You are following the debate about ethnic profiling. With your background and your expertise, what would be your advice to the Dutch government and Dutch society?
The solution is personal responsibility. And I believe in one way, one by one. We train people one by one, and we are judging people one by one. Officers and clerks and receptionists, they are meeting people one by one. So the solution is taking responsibility. And every person needs to take his own responsibility and starting sending a pulse into the crowd of a change. We are very afraid of change. We don't like change. We don't like change management. And when you make it very personal, one-on-one, in my belief, that's the only way to do it. So you do it one by one, and I take my responsibility with the 20 people that I'm going to meet today. And that's how you make a change. So the oil spill needs to start somewhere, and that's how we do that. The magic is the one-on-one, the communication skills in between human beings, and that's how you will prevent, and that's how you will bring trust and respect that is very, very needed now and for the future.
Thank you very much for this interview. Do you have any closing remarks you would like to share with us?
Yes, I think it's very easy to bash on police work. It's very easy to attack police and law enforcement. And I believe in the manpower in police. I'm an ex-police officer. We train thousands of police officers in the Netherlands, and we want to combine knowledge and the manpower that work very hard. They are the barrier, and we are creating the citizen participation approach. We want to assist the law enforcement by other activities that we do with private organizations, with nightlife, with retail, with neighborhood watch organizations, because we need to protect our society. Part of the challenge that we have in Europe, but not only protecting life, protecting our way of life. And for this we need the tribe to rise up. And the tribe means government, law enforcement, and citizens and business owners to work together. And that's how we see in SDR. And we are utilizing all the tools, online academy and on-the-job coaching and on-the-job learning, because it's not only the training, is how you proceed the process for many years, that you don't stop giving knowledge and the right knowledge on the right time to the right people. Thank you.